Hey, you. Yes, you. I was sitting here thinking about the whole process of how a pearl is created, right? So there's this oyster minding its own business. A piece of sand, is introduced and it begins to irritate the pearl. The oyster. So as the irritation is going along, the oyster does what it needs to do to create that covering that creates this beautiful, rare jewel and gem. And the thing is, I'm sure during the process of the oyster going through that, if the oyster could think, the oyster might be like, I don't want to do this. So why do I have to do this? But it understands that it has a job and it goes through that process. It had me thinking about Jesus. He knew that he came to become that ultimate sacrifice to save the lost. And even in the Garden of Gethsemane, he even had a moment where he said, if this can pass, let it pass. You see, Jesus is basically that oyster, and my sin was that speck of sand. Now, I might not do it all right, but with all that he endured and went through, that pearl of salvation was offered to me, and I humbly accept it. Now, it's not just offered just to me, but that pearl of salvation is offered to you too. That's all I had. Y'all have a blessed day.